Hey everybody, Toka's here and welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. I hope you're all having a great weekend. Hope you had a lot of plans. Yeah, just doing whatever you wanted to do. Apologies for not making a video yesterday. So if you did not know, I am from Canada and we are having our Thanksgiving weekend as we speak right now. So the whole family came up yesterday and we obviously just were hanging out, getting caught up, just doing stuff together. So the time for a video did not come around, unfortunately, but as you can see, today's a whole nother day, so I found more time. I'm gonna knock out a few videos, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm happy to do stuff outside of Club Festival, even though I did have a blast with that, honestly I did. But now I can get back to some showcases and just fun teams that I want to try out, and I don't know. We'll see where it goes from there. But anyways, as you can see on the screen, we are gonna look at the newest Toga. Yeah, very excited to test her out, and you may be wondering how I have this character. Well, as I stated, my fam is up, so I do have the tablet with me as my brother does play, and he has a full villain team. And of course, with the announcement of Toga, I knew that he was going to get her, and that is exactly what he did. So yeah, I'm just going to test her out. Off just by reading what she does with her kit, I'm a little bit iffy. I do apologize to the Toga fans out there, but like, I'm not going to go through her entire kit, but essentially, like, Himiko here relies on bleed heavily, right? Because a lot of her like best attributes come from bleed, like this right here: 50% crit rate, bullseye, and medium chance of blocking the opponent's recovery when the character is bleeding. Now she does have lots of ways to make a team bleed here. Blocking for 3 turns, medium chance. This one has a low chance of blocking the turn because it's an AoE. Increases bleed hit rate. Like, there's lots of ways to apply it. But like, when I read this character's kit, my biggest fear is a character like this one right here. Celebrations, oh, didn't mean to change him. Celebrations Deku, right? That has status ailments built into her kit. Nejire has it with her kit every 3rd turn, I believe. Or just attacking 3rd. I can't remember exactly. But of course, Dulce Summertime has it. So I'm a little bit worried that applying the bleed to get her full like value might be a little bit tough. But hey, maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe status ailments doesn't affect bleed. And maybe it's a lot easier to land than I think. And hopefully we can get some pretty good damage out of her. But yeah, essentially this is the team that we are going to run today. I might swap it out, just like Deku maybe for like a Kirishima for the PvP showcase. I'm only going to do one fight there, but we'll probably do the Ultra battle for the, like, Toga's, like, her own event. I might do a Climax battle just to see how she holds up, even though she is not an STR unit. And yeah, just should be a lot of fun. A PvP video will be on a different day, just because I like to test her out against multitude of teams and different memories and different, you know, DXs or UR plus characters, so that'll be a different one. And then if you're wondering why this isn't a full villain team, I figured that would just be another fun one to do. I can show you the team I essentially could have used, right? Because another thing with Toga is she gives 25% crit rate to all MND characters and 20% defense to all villain characters. So I figured a triple MND like Toga team, or villain team in general, should be a lot of fun, but yeah, we'll save that also for another time, but yeah. Gonna hop into whatever I choose to decide to do first. PvP will probably be last, so if you are just interested in PvP, you can hop to that. But yeah, probably the Ultra difficulty event, then Climax battle, then PvP, so yeah. Anyways, I will see you all to where I decide to go in a few seconds. So here we are in the Ultra difficulty event stage of Toga. Now this isn't gonna be hard at all, but I figured it would be quite fun to see her do some crazy damage. Skip Ultra plus animations. Nope, we do not want to skip. I always mess it up, so I just wanted to make sure I was reading what I was actually clicking, so. Yeah, I think this would be a good place to really test for Toga, how she does here. Oh, no, actually, it's not a good place to test. She'll just do a lot of damage, to be 100% honest. But yeah, she'll still be pretty good. Now, I do think this Toga has her own recovery block, so it might honestly shut us down. Hey, 13k crits right off the bat. Not bad, not bad. Now, of course, this character does, like, she is boosted in this event, so she is going to be amplified to quite some extent. But hopefully we can get some value out of the other 2 characters, too. 83k crit? Yeah, I'd take that. I'd take that, that's for sure. Also, you'll notice, too, with her normal attacks, they hit twice, so it's aesthetically pleasing, you know? Instead of just like your normal one shot there. It's like reminiscent of like a double attack, but of course it is not. It's not scaled like that in any way. So it's nice having Deku here, so any of her like debuffs that she applies to the team would not be a part of it. 44k, hey, listen, Toga, you're giving them crit. Why ain't they critting? I do love the plus ultra animation, though. I love this close-up to the face, or just getting aroused or whatever the heck's going on with her with all the blood. Hey, 20k normal. All right, Toga, I see you. I see you. That was good damage. But yeah, of course she's going to look super good here. This is not a hard event. You could literally beat this probably R characters at this point. Okay, maybe not R characters, but like SR characters for sure. But I figured it'd just be quite a bit of fun just to get some nice damage. Oh yeah, I'm not even clicking. I looked away with Toga here. And yeah, yo, her annoying like cooldown reduction is infuriating. Get out of here. Okay, finally, we could probably win the Toga's skill here. 51k, okay. Hey, we can see the opponent's plus ultra. Yeah, I adore the plus ultra animation. I think that is unique and cool. Now, obviously, you don't have your big explosions or backflips and 23 kicks to the head or whatnot. But honestly, I think it's great. I love it. And Toga's always had this one of the greatest win poses ever, so... Yeah, that was just kind of a fun beat-up event. You get to see Toga do some pretty good damage. But yeah, now we're going to really push it with Climax battle, and then I'm going to try to choose a tough PvP fight. And yeah, see how she does in the harder events. So I will be right back in a second. So we're actually in EX battle, the case file, special case file against Fleck, Barrows, and Leviathan. So the main reason I went with this is as I went to go check the Climax battle, I realized that he already did all the attempts. So could have probably clarified that with him beforehand, but it is what it is. So we get to see how much damage he does over time here. And a bit longer fight, so we will see. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do now a PvP video. I might just save all that just for another time, but we'll see. Hey, it's satisfying. I love like multiple hit marks. Even if you're not seeing like the maximum like 999 damage, it looks good on screen. So I did choose Deku as a supporting unit. Now I do think Bakugo is probably the way to go most of the time. 61k is really good. Just because lowering defense is insane, and then if you already have all the support in the world, like Momo does with her crazy crit rate up, and like Deku support over time, you're probably already going to hit max damage. And this is obviously a little bit more of a realistic situation. I might not even honestly do that plus ultra animation with Deku for the support 50% crit rate, just for, once again, a more accurate representation of a team that you can run. Now, of course, Toga is being juiced up a lot here with Momo's crit rate and obviously Deku's insane power support. So technically, it's not 100% accurate numbers, but it's satisfied numbers. So that's honestly all I really care about. And yeah, as you can see, Toga's skill here, the skill cooldown is unfortunate. It does take some time. It makes it a little bit harder to flow, which does make this character a little bit more difficult to run, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. We're gonna go with the flow and see how she can do. And like, I have some pretty good support right now with Momo here. I probably maybe even should have put on Compress right off the bat. Or maybe Fantasy Ochako, just so I can get all her action skill impacts aligned, right? Because, like, I see that. This is another, like, bigger downside to this character. Like, that's a 6-turn cooldown time. That is absurd. That is beyond too long right now. But we're going to do it here because, A, she's going to use it right off the bat, and then Momo's going to reset at least one of the turns with her own plus ultra. But yeah, those cooldown turns are just atrocious, essentially, right? Especially for a new character. They should definitely be on the lower side. But I can't honestly remember in her kit if there's a way that she can lower her own cooldown time by 1. Maybe if they're like bleeding or whatnot. I can't quite remember, but yeah, definitely not a strong suit of Himiko Toga for sure, but that's okay. We can still make good use out of her for sure. And like I was saying, if I ran like a because 71k is really good damage. Like a Momo Compress combination. Like 2 characters that can both lower action skill cooldown time. Then she could probably flow a little bit better for sure. Like, I'm certain that she could. But yeah, as it stands currently, it's a little iffy. It is a little iffy. In terms of which skill to use first, I'm not too sure. I usually just like doing the AoE, but if you do her regular skill, which is just a single target attack, and then you combine that with how Momo works, flowing action skill cooldown time, you'll at least be able to do that skill a lot more soon than the other one. So, I mean, that's an upside. I'll probably review her kit, like, as I do my outro, just in case I am missing something. Because I remember I didn't, like, go through the character's kit very thoroughly, like I did for, like, Tokoyami when he released. But, yeah, maybe I am missing something for the action skill cooldown time, but to my understanding, it does take a long time, so it is a little bit more tricky to use her here, but... yeah, still, all in all, like, pretty good damage, honestly. I haven't really been paying attention to the bleed. I'm not too sure if they are bleeding. Oh, yeah, Leviathan's bleeding. So I should be trying to watch the ticks for the bleed here. See if I can see any, like, aftermath damage. It's usually when they attack, actually, and I didn't notice it there, so... I'll try to pay more attention to that. Okay, we have to attack the Leviathan here. 53k, 54k, very good damage. Once again, I missed the bleed, but... I'm pretty sure he's affected by the bleed right now. Hey, we get to see the Toga plus Ultra animation, which is obviously always great. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he took 2k there of damage just for doing his action skill. Like, it's just what bleed does, right? It takes damage over time, so pretty solid. Now, this may not be Toga's best setup. Hey, I still love the plus Ultra animation. There ain't nothing you can change about that. I do think she's a very aesthetically pleasing character. Toga's always been, like, a very cool design, and, yeah, I'm just a fan of that plus Ultra animation. But, as you can see, the action skill cooldown time is once again a problem. So, it is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know what, I'll actually probably read it before I hop into PvP to see if I can make it flow a little bit better than this, because I'm sure I'm missing something here. But, yeah, we will see. And this will be where we end it for this one. Yeah. All in all, she's okay. Like, there's definitely got to be a way to play around that. I'll have to double check, but if there isn't, I'm not too impressed with how Toga really is, especially in this is non-PvP content right now, or like something crazy like a Climax battle, but we'll see. But yeah, not too bad. Got two of them about like a third of a health left, and Flex still has about 2/3 left, but I mean, with the cooldown times like that, that's to be expected, but as I said, I'm going to read over the kit quickly before I hop into PvP and see if I am missing anything, so I will see you in a few seconds. Alrighty, last but not least, PvP. So I did go over Toga's kit, and unfortunately there is not a way to lower her action skill cooldown time, which is why I went to go check here quickly, and now I'm starting to see the value out of this memory, which is, of course, what is probably going to best suit her. Now, there are other memories that do similar things to this, but the big thing here is the second part. Also shortens character's action skill cooldown time by 2 every 3 turns up to 3 times. On my account, I run the exact same, like, I run a memory that does the exact same trait. It's the one where, like, it's the tournament where Deku's on Tokoyami's back, and they're, like, battling to get points, the ribbons. I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. But it does the exact same thing, where it lowers the action skill cooldown time by 2 every 3 turns up to 3 times. This memory here is what I run on. My Celebrations Deku, personally, with these feelings, that's what it's called. But yeah, this one's not DX, but it essentially does the exact same thing. Anyways, so if you are going to main Toga, I do recommend running a memory like that on her, or even Splash. Splash is another memory that lowers action skill cooldown time by 1, which does make 6 and 5 down to 5 and 4, of course. And then if you have somebody like Momo on the team, or a Compress, or a Celebrations Ochako, you can lower another action skill cooldown time by 1, which would make her flow infinitely better than the way she does right now. So, yeah, some things you'll have to change up, of course, but to make her work. But I think you can do it in the right situation, in the right circumstances. Anyways, this is going to be the PvP showcase. No idea who we're fighting, obviously. It is a secret battle. Hopefully, if they're not a strong opponent, I will do another fight, of course. But most secret battles are pretty tough, so... But... Okay, the big 3! Oh, the big 3! Hey, see? The nice thing about, like, lower rank PvP is there's variety. And it's kind of fun. I like what we're seeing here. We will start with the action skill, just so I can use it again after her plus ultra. And yeah, we'll go from here. I'm also probably going to mess up the skill chain just because Kirishima is countering, which is obviously a little bit more iffy for me. Oh, never mind. Hey, I was ready. Dang, okay, we're not fighting a strong team. I just did 17k to Amajiki, and he literally almost got wiped out. So, we are definitely going to do another fight after this. I might even just cut this. Yeah, you know what? I will leave it in just so we can get more Toga showlight, right? Or spotlight. That's the whole point of this video. So we're gonna get a couple PvP fights here where she's gonna look dominant. Look at that. Took a ball under half health, just like that. I did not notice if anybody was bleeding there. Yeah, oh, so we got Dobby to bleed. So that's pretty big. And I think Mirio might be bleeding too. And Mirio is also bleeding. It's just Nejire that didn't end up bleeding, but hey, it is what it is. Hey, I kind of want to like revisit that in Dobby. He's old, but his AoEs, it's just AoEs, which is nice. Hey, 26k from the girl Toga. Hey, love to see it. And then what do we get from the others? Momo. I love Momo, by the way. Her support is actually stupid. It's absurd. Like, I'm currently using her to grind back up again in PvP right now. Where I'm just using my same, like, go-to team of, like, Lady Nagant and Seiji, Meat Lump Boy. And, yeah, it feels nice and smooth. Everything flows really well. And, yeah, see? Now we get to use Toga's action skill ability again. That's kind of the main reason why I did this one first, right? Wow, damn. Doesn't matter when I suck like that, though. 36k, but now we got to deal with Mirio's persistence. And yeah, other than that, it should just be a clean, like, home stretch all the way home here. Obviously not a very strong team that we're fighting, but yeah, Toga is somebody you have to work around with. It's as simple as that. And I'll probably repeat it again on my outro. But she does have flaws for sure, and the biggest flaw, of course, is the action skill cooldown time. It's not good. It's just way too high, especially for a brand new, like, banner unit character. Like, I haven't seen 6 and 5 since, like, the beginning characters that came out of the game. So, I definitely need to run something like a Momo and maybe a Compress, or, like, Momo with Splash even, or something like that. Like, something just to lower that action skill cooldown time. Or run a memory like with these feelings, or her new signature memory off her own banner, just to get her some sort of, like, fluidity. Like, she just needs, like, extra support to make her work as well as you need her to. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just hop into this one. This is not, like, meta-defining characters, but 518,000 battle power is pretty meta-defining, so this will be a pretty good test for her, and we get to see how she does. And since we don't have, like, absurd damage on our team, I see that we're fighting a Tech Bakugo. So we get to actually see the boy ramp up here, and that could be detrimental for our team. But, yeah, we'll see in a second. Oh, I gotta read them. I don't use Toga, even on my main account. Not that I don't think she's cool at all, I just don't really have an invested one. Oh yeah, no shot, we were faster. We'll actually start with the AoE here. So, I like all those little, like, interactions. I always think they're, like, cute or sometimes horrifying, depending on what the heck they're saying. Okay, did we get bleed on anybody? I don't think we got bleed on anybody. You know, that is a low chance, but I was hoping we'd get it on someone. Hopefully we can get on Kirishima on this turn. Oh yeah, Tech Bakugo is going to be building up pretty crazy here. Hey, you look at that. I'm actually keeping up with my counters right now. Or that counter action skill. I always miss that damn thing, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm pretty sure Kirishima's bleeding. I think, yo, these counters need to relax, but I guess that's what happened. Oh no, he's not bleeding. Are you kidding me? Wow, that's annoying. But yeah, this is going to be a long fight, honestly, so this will definitely be the last fight of the video. Yeah, just overall thoughts. She's okay. She's okay. Now, I will try to construct a team with her where I can use her action skill cooldown time every single turn, or action skills just every single turn, and maybe we can get a lot more value out of her that way, but as she stands without, let's say you didn't want to run her with any support whatsoever, not usable in PvP at least. And even in, like, VE Tower and whatnot, it's tricky to run her. I just see the difficulty. Which is unfortunate, because I do think villains still need, like, a really good, like, solid 2 or even 3 pieces to take themselves over the edge, and fortunately we just don't have that here. Kirishima, oh, look at that though, that's massive. Kirishima actually got taken out by bleed. As you saw, as he went to go attack Kirishima, Yeah, he ended up falling over, and if you're wondering how that happened, it was the bleed. So I lied. Toga's actually unreal because that was actually clutch. That was actually pretty sweet. I did not think that was even going to come into play, but I forgot. Obviously, Kirishima was down on his last stand where he had no health, so any tick of bleed was going to take him out there, and yeah, that's massive. That's actually a very big W from Toga. But yeah, this is a pretty strong team we're fighting, of course. Now, like I said, not a meta-defining team, so a little bit easier to flow with, or just like take down, essentially, because we are using like brand new characters on our team. But all in all, it's okay. It's okay. I'm alright with it. I wish Club Festival was still around too. Club Festival was great. The more I think about it, it was just content, right? And of course, that is something you always want in this game is content. So I do miss Club Fest, but hey, it is what it is. Hopefully, the devs are listening to us and they read whenever they have like a feedback letter coming out. They take into consideration to what we all say, because yeah, I still gotta talk about that DRC3 vid, because the biggest thing I want to like rant about, well, I guess I could just make my own, but yeah, I mean, he covers a lot of the points that I want to cover. It's just content. Like, Hero is not a small game, and it's just something that is just not taking advantage of, you know? Now, we did get Ultra Rumble, which is obviously doing very, very good. It's always got like 25, 30,000 concurrent players, which is massive. So, big shout out there, but mobile gaming ain't small anymore. It is massive. It is something that they focus on in the market nowadays. So, and Hero, like I said, it's definitely a very popular anime, and the game itself has what, I think we just passed 7 million downloads. So, hey, you feed more content into this game, and we do a lot better. Anyways, that I'll leave up for another video. Toga. So, I mean, art-wise, beautiful, love the character. Her kit in general, though, honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm not honestly too impressed. A, you have to get Bleed to really take full advantage of what she does. B, you either need the new signature memory DX so she flows really, really well, or a memory similar to it, like with these feelings, as I was just speaking about. And I think like 50,000 power, or whatever it's called, with Bakugo, that also lowers the action skill cooldown time by 2 every 3 turns. You need something like that to really make this character work, or Momo, or Compress. And when you focus on a character that much, like specifically, you're sacrificing like other characters for the team, right? You have to run either that memory, that would be the most preferred way, or 2 supporting characters with a supportive memory, just to make her work, when those characters could be using something else to make themselves work better, right? So when you have to sacrifice so much for a team just to make the character flow really, really well, I don't look at them as valuable. I like to be able to throw them on there and just have a Compress with a defensive memory, and his 1-turn action skill cooldown time is enough to make them flow. But with this character having a 6-turn action skill cooldown time and a 5-turn, it's tough. It is tough, unfortunately. Now, I could be wrong about her, though. Like, maybe she can carry hard enough when you do get that to flow, as well as you can make it. I will be testing it out in other videos where her action skill cooldown times is perfect. But, yeah, that is definitely my biggest flaw with the character at the moment. But I still think she's cool. I think Toga, we didn't need a new Toga. I just wish she was a little bit better, right? Like, we just had Dobby, and even Shigaraki, who's I wouldn't say is, like, as dominant as the other villains that have come out, like Compress and Dobby. But at least he can flow really, really well with his action skill cooldown times, because I believe his are 4? Both 4-turn? Yeah. And, like, that's very easy to make work. You throw Compress on the team, and every single turn, attack plus ultra, attack plus ultra, right? Like, that's the goal right there. And yeah, with Toga, it's a little bit tougher. So, I'll make another way to work around with it, and I'll definitely get a better showing out of her. But yeah, and that's another thing too, is landing the Bleed with status ailment characters and whatnot. It's a little bit tougher to do that too. And it's not like she has like a guaranteed chance to land Bleed, which I wish she did, because I do think Bleed is essential. Like, her plus ultra should be guaranteed blood, just bleed. But hey, it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. Anyways, there's a lot of talking about this one, but hey, maybe I just missed all y'all, and I just really wanted to talk about everything as I took a day off yesterday. But that'll be it for this one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. I also have a little intro at the beginning. I didn't even talk about it. That took a little bit of time. I guess I did work on my channel a little bit yesterday. As my brother was up, me and him like went over it, and it's nothing like super fancy, but I figured a little intro at the beginning would be a better way to flow into the content. But hey, let me know how you think about that, if it's necessary or not necessary, if it's a little too long, or what else I could do to it. But yeah, let me know on that. I probably said like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content already, but I'm gonna say it again. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. We're getting our way up there to 500 subs. Currently at about 360-ish. I'm somewhere in that ballpark. So thank you all so much for tuning in. But yeah, even you just watching, it does mean so much to me. So yeah, look forward to the next one. Maybe just a PvP showcase on her. Maybe my rant video or top 10 characters. I don't know. Lots to think about, lots to do. So until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. I don't know if it's going on anywhere else, but if it is, happy Thanksgiving. If not, just have a great weekend. And until next time, Tokusa out.